Hello everyone, welcome to video lecture series of Design of Steel Structures. I am Professor Sudhir Bhigaike, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, Sanjeevani College of Engineering, Koparga. So in the previous video, we have started with unit number 2nd, that is Introduction to Compression Members and Design and Analysis of Compression Member, and we have seen some of the introductory part of Design of Strut. So already in that video we have seen that strut is a compression member usually subjected to compressive type of force, and usually these members are going to buckle. Usually the strut members are having certain lesser length compared with your longer column sections. So in differentiation, strut members are usually adapted as a component part of your truss member. So truss is a triangular part where combination of different elements like as tie elements and again compression member strut elements are there. So already that particular part we are going to see in your last unit, that is unit number 6. So in that video we have seen what are strut members, what are the design steps adapted for strut member, and what is the classification of strut member. Usually strut member are classified either they are continuous one or discontinuous one, and here this continuity and discontinuity is required for calculating your effective length. As we have seen, length of the member is directly considered for its strength purpose, or it is directly proportional to your strength of the section. Here if the length of section is going to increase, your strength is going to reduce, and vice versa. So likewise, effective length and radius of gyration are the two parameters generally considered for calculating your slenderness ratio. Slenderness ratio is given as your lambda value, and lambda is given as your effective length divided by radius of gyration. So in the design compressive stresses or compressive strength calculations, table 9a b c d is given, and based on that tables you must have observed that all the values of slenderness ratios are going to increase, and there is decrease in the value of compressive stress FCD. So common formula that is adapted to calculate the design compressive strength is nothing but area effective into FCD value, that is design compressive stress. So using that only we are going to calculate the strength of a strut member or angle section. So for that the statement of the numerical is given as determine design compressive strength of an Indian standard angle 125/95 by 10 at the rate 16.5 kg per meter with longer leg connected to gusset plate of thickness 12 mm and 3 bolts of M24.6 grade are used. You have to take length between the intersections as 2.5 meter. So here calculation of your effective length for compression member is an important step, and here classification is given based on either whether it is a single angle connected section or double angle connected section. In case of double angle section, we have to consider effective length as 0.7 to 0.85 times of your distance between the intersections, while in case of single angle sections your effective length will be 1.0 times of your distance between the intersections. So in short, for single angle section, here purposefully for the given numerical I have underlined or I have circled this particular value an, that is nothing but an value, that is single angle section, and for single angle section your effective length is going to be the same value mentioned in the numerical, that is nothing but it will be distance between the intersections, correct? So writing down the given data for the numerical, starting with step number 1, first given data. So initially determine the design compressive strength of an ISA. So Indian standard angle is given, Indian standard angle 125/95 by 10. So the at the rate again unit weight is given 16.5 kg per meter. This particular value is mentioned in order to copy the properties of this angle section from steel table. So the properties are given as area for your section is 2102 mm square. Area for the section is 2102 mm square, and in case of single angle sections always the least radius of gyration is going to be RVV, correct? In steel table values of your radius of gyrations are mentioned according to your horizontal XX axis, vertical YY axis, and inclined axis as VV and UU value, correct? So here for every numerical where single angle section is mentioned, you have to just copy down the value of RVV, that is least radius of gyration, and that value is given as 20.2. Again effective length L is equal to, we are assuming same distance between the intersection 2.5 meters, correct? Now these are some of the formulas required to solve the given numerical. As your section is loaded by single angle or connected with your single angle section, for that cases you need to calculate the lambda equivalent value. Already this particular part we have discussed in the previous video. This is according to clause number 7.5.1.2. correct. So in this particular clause they are defining your section based on the supporting condition of your section, correct, whether it is connected with single bolt or more than two bolts, whether it is a hinge type of connection or whether it is a bolted type of connection. So for that cases, in order to define that continuity conditions, or in order to define the restraint condition of your section, the bolts are mentioned. So here you can see that it is 3 number of bolts, correct. So number of bolts given are greater than 2 value, and again it is a M24.6 grade, correct. So effective length is we are considering as 2.5 meter value, and grades of bolt is nothing but it is M20 and 4.6 grade of bolts, correct. So likewise this is the given data based on the statement we have written. So starting with your step number first, that is your diagram for the solution. So step number first, so likewise suppose your gusset plate is there, and again in the numerical you can see that longer leg is connected to gusset plate, correct. So out of the two legs 125 and 95, longer leg is connected. So gusset plate to gusset plate, your longer leg is connected. So suppose likewise here is your bolted connection given. So this vertical leg is 125, horizontal leg is 95, and thickness of angle section is given as 10 mm. Likewise geometrical details are mentioned as per the numerical ISA 125 95 by 10. So 125, that is connected leg, outstand leg is 95, and this is 10 mm. For this particular angle section you need to calculate what will be the design compressive strength, correct. So design compressive strength is calculated as, we are having formula to calculate design compressive strength, PD equals to area effective multiplied by FCD, that is design compressive strength. This is the formula to calculate your design compressive strength PD value, correct. Area effective into FCD. So area effective we are knowing that is equal to 2102 mm square. It is a single angle section. So area is directly given, or it is, we have taken this area from steel table multiplied by FCD. Now for calculation of your design compressive strength, correct, you are requiring, here is the value of design compressive strength. FCD is given as Fy divided by gamma m0 divided by phi multiplied by into bracket phi square minus lambda equivalent square raised to 0.5. Now for this calculation ultimately your value of phi will be required. For calculation of phi there will be requirement of lambda equivalent. So similarly going back to your first formula for lambda equivalent. Now lambda equivalent is calculated based on these three factors K1, K2, K3, which are mentioned in table number 12. So table number 12 is giving us the constants K1, K2, K3 depending upon your connectivity, correct. So either that connectivity is a hinge type of connection or whether it is a fixed type of condition, and that we are going to define depending upon your number of bolts. So usually for single bolted connection you have to assume it is as a hinge type of connection, and when you are going to add up, or when the bolts given are greater than one value, that is 2 or 3, in that cases you adopt fixed condition, correct. So first formula in solution, first we are writing lambda equivalent value. Lambda equivalent is equal to, so under root of, correct. So adapting K1, K2 and K3 for 3 bolts and fixed condition. For 3 bolts and fixed condition. So I am writing, so initially we will write down the constants. So I am considering K1 equals to, K2 equals to, and K3 equals to. So by considering more than 2 bolts, that is 3 given and fixed condition, K1 value is 0.20, K2 is 0.35 and K3 is 20, correct. So these particular values are exactly given below this table 12, correct. These values are given, according to that we are assuming K1, K2 and K3. Now comparing K1, K2, K3, you will be requiring lambda VV value, correct. So lambda VV is given as, so lambda VV equals to, so that value is given as length divided by your RVV value. So length given in the numerical is 2.5, so that will be 2500 mm divided by RVV value minimum is 20.2 divided by, so here epsilon, that is always equal to 1 into bracket pi square into this is E value. So in the code epsilon is written, that is the correction. Here it should be 2 into 10 raised to 5, that is modulus of elasticity divided by 250. So lambda VV we are getting as 1.392, and second value lambda phi is equal to, so B1 plus B2 divided by 2T. So this particular vertical leg is always B1 value, horizontal leg is B2, and this is going to be your thickness, 10 mm as your thickness. So putting the values, lambda phi will be equal to 125 plus 95 divided by 2 times thickness, 2 times 10 divided by, denominator is same again, epsilon multiplied by into bracket pi square into modulus of elasticity 2 into 10 raised to 5 divided by 250 value, and we are getting as an answer lambda phi as 0.128, 0.1238. So in the very first formula you can observe now K1, K2, K3 is assumed as per table number 12, and values for lambda, that is slenderness ratio lambda VV and lambda phi we have calculated, and the values are given. Now you can put that values and calculate lambda equivalent. So lambda equivalent is equal to, so I am writing directly answer, lambda equivalent value calculated is 1.088, 1.088. This is the first value. Now for observation you can see that after lambda equivalent you are requiring to calculate phi value, because lambda equivalent and phi values are required. So for this directly I am writing phi value equals to, now phi value this is given as 0.5 into bracket 1 plus alpha value. Now alpha value is imperfection factor, as we have seen 4 classes of your cross sections, that is A, B, C, D according to your European buckling curves or ECC. Alpha value it is classified according to your sections, and 4 values are given, A, B, C, D, imperfection factor, table number 7. So for buckling class C, that is angle sections, value of alpha is 0.49. So putting alpha as 0.49 in this formula into bracket lambda equivalent, it is 1.088 minus 0.2 bracket complete plus 1.088 bracket square. So phi will be equal to, we are getting value of phi as 1.309, 1.309. So phi value is also calculated here, lambda equivalent is known. Now you can directly calculate your FCD value. So going towards FCD equals to, FCD is Fy, yield strength is 250 divided by partial safety factor 1.1 divided by phi value is 1.309 plus into bracket again phi 1.309 square minus lambda equivalent that we have calculated as 1.088 bracket square raised to 0.5, raised to 0.5 value is there, correct? So putting these values and calculating FCD value, FCD will be equal to 111.58, 58 MPa. This is the calculated value. Now putting FCD value and your area effective, you can calculate design compressive strength PD is equal to area effective, that is given as 2102 multiplied by calculated FCD is 111.58 divided by 1000. Newton value we are getting, divided it by 1000 you will get value in kilonewton, that is equal to 234.54, 234.54 kilonewton. So this is the final answer in kilonewton. So if the angle section 125, 95, 10 is connected to a gusset plate with the help of 3 number of bolts, it is going to transfer maximum compressive load of 234.54 kilonewton, correct? So likewise simple design procedure is there only in this type of numerical unit to understand whether it is a single angle section or double angle section. If it is a single angle section, you follow the procedure of lambda equivalent that is given in this particular numerical. If it is a double angle section, in that cases you need to calculate least radius of gyration. Based on least radius of gyration you calculate maximum slenderness ratio, and for given slenderness ratio and buckling class adapt particular table 9A, B, C, D according to buckling class. Suppose usually for angle section the buckling class is going to be always C value. So from that calculated slenderness ratio, you calculate FCD value, and area multiplied by calculated design compressive stress FCD, you will be going to get the design compressive strength. So here the numerical is completed. In the next video, we will starting with double angle section numericals. So thank you.